They are calling upon the court, them will deal with them thing there, for charge Benjamin, what them call him, Netiato, for crimes against humanity. And next Thursday, in the rain, in the forest, rain forest, rain pan top of rain, man, but we about you. Yes, St. Elizabeth, oh, you know, man, and see them as sexy rats. You're a area, but it's raining. Look like night. Look like night out there, man. So the holiday season, they found we again, you know, the people them are going to spend with them now have with them no want. You know, them really, it's a thing. Black Friday. One of the things them where them push away round the corner when we had sleep, them just come up with another thing named Black Friday. So the merchants them can have a day to sell all the things that them never sell the whole year. And then you have Christmas, where the big selling go on. As a matter of fact, in America, them have Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving. Big thing go on. The day when them take away the Native American land, you know, and pray to the God of them fathers and say, thank you, Lord, for giving us this land. Thanksgiving, the Indian them vex. You know, the Indian them don't celebrate. I talk about the Native American them, and I talk about the Indian them in India. Them vex, because it's something where it's one of the biggest events them in America. And them all have Turkey where them pardon. The president pardon certain Turkey. See me in a limousine. Well, this year them carry me in a cat, a buggy. Carry him go to the White House, go treat him good. And all them were there. That was a weird thing. But them celebrate it, and we in Jamaica look like we have follow suit as usual. Your people are talking about Thanksgiving in Jamaica. What kind of foolishness is that? A madness. You know, certain things we're supposed to celebrate, we not celebrate. But as you say, it's America control the life. America control the life, as usual. So we continue in a freedom thinking and freedom understanding of life, which by now we should already recognize how terrible it is and come out of it. But some people have eyes but cannot see. Some people have ears and cannot hear. What a terrible thing. You have to wake up and smell the coffee as usual, what them usually say. So as I say, we'll go through till 5:45 when it's news time. And we have some interview to do. Yes, we have interviews and views. You know, this is a views program. And phone call. So just stick around with me and make us continue the journey. Yes, in Atlanta in the weekend. We give thanks to Kofi. And it really make me feel good to see so much black people right now is into vegan food. Them call it plant-based food. We feel good to know that, because we see it. And no matter how far a whole heap of them tell me, say, them a come to Jamaica in the weekend to take place in the Ital Festival, which is good also. So we had a wonderful time while Takura, who was in Atlanta, I wanted to show them we say give thanks. We'll go back to the advertisements. We have a brand new album combining with a whole heap of different artists. We're going to play this one from it. We play Tapazuki with a brand new album. And now we are play Josie. Yeah, remember that Have Mercy tune where the Diamonds do. Well, Tabby is no longer with us. But the music is indelible. The music. So, the latest news we have out this war-torn place named the Gaza with the Israeli them. Now, them are do some investigation. These people who deal with human rights and war this and war that, them are investigating the thing, and the news we get is that, well, the Israeli them say 1,400 people get murdered. And most of them was in a festival in Israel. And the fence and the wall, they was breached by the Hamas people them. Well, after them, they say 1,400, them go down to 1,200. Now, the news that come out now is that a whole heap of the people them who dead was fired on by Israeli soldiers who was firing indiscriminately. Yes, indiscriminately they was firing. And because they was firing indiscriminately, them kill some of the people them and then put it upon the Hamas people them. As a matter of fact, the news reporter said there were some helicopters that was flying overhead that was firing at people. And you know, say the Hamas people them did hold some of the people them, tell them that hold them as hostage. Well, this helicopter was firing at the Hamas people and also kill some of the people them who the Hamas people them was holding in the festival. So the investigation is being carrying out. Yeah, they might carry out that investigation because something not right. Something not right. Indiscriminate firing by the soldiers of Hamas. Indiscriminate. Meaning say them just a fire shot because them see people and them want to kill Hamas. Man, just like how them blow up the hospital them to catch the Hamas people them and kill hundreds of people and only get one Hamas leader. And now them a bomb up the place and I go under the ground. And when them go under the ground, them don't find nothing. The man them move like the wind. And them claim say the Hamas man them a use the people them in the hospital as shield. So them bomb up the hospital them to kill the Hamas people them and also kill the picnic them, kill the doctor them and anything we move in the hospital. Man, may I tell you. So they are calling upon the court them will deal with them thing there for charge Benjamin, what them call him, Netanyahu, for crimes against humanity. And most people all over the world is crying out for that they must go before the court. Must go before the court. People start to go against America now more than ever before. Because them say that America is just defending this atrocity and finding excuse for it and not recognizing that them was fighting against Russia when Russia attacked Ukraine. And them show you on the TV how much Ukrainian people was being killed and bombed and little children. But it wasn't as terrible as we are going right now in Israel, in Palestine. Those images that we saw during the Ukraine war, and well, it's still a war, Ukraine and Russian war. Those images that we saw was nothing compared to where we are going right now in Palestine. Nothing. All them baby where we say. Them have to take them and carry them going to Egypt and all them something there. And people are demonstrate all over the world. Demonstrate. All over the world people are demonstrate. And it now going to stop this so. Them are talk about a little pause in the fighting. But this brethren has said, look here. And we're done, you know. Because after we swap certain little prisoners and swap certain hostage, business as usual, we'll start killing again and bomb up on the place and blow up on the place and moving off of the land. And that is what them are deal with. And nobody now talk to them. But you have some Arab country where decide them now take it lightly, so them start to fire missile all over the place. They start to fire missile all over the place. That's a terrible thing. But guess what? there's a genocide that is going on that nobody is examining. Nobody's examining this genocide because it's not white people involved in it. And yet still white people involved in it still. Because the people them whose cause not being reported. Over the years, there's millions of people dead in the Congo. And it is blamed on tribal war, which the real reason for those wars is the French and the American them is bleeding the country of its mineral resources. And for those of you who don't know, we have spoken about this many times before, that the main ingredient, the main mineral that make these computers and these cell phones, coltan, is in the Congo. Yes. Children is dying to get this coltan to the Europeans and the Americans so that we can live a cell phone life and a computer life. Massive destruction, massive, I mean, it's genocide. Talking about people who dead, them says about 15,000 people dead. Well, 15,000 Palestinians dead since October the 7th. That is nothing compared to where are going in the Congo. But it is not being reported. And most of us wouldn't even be interested in that. Wouldn't be interested in that. Say African, you know, we love to fast in other people's business, but when it comes on to our business, it's not our business. And them, with their media, is causing us to separate ourselves from something that we should feel terrible about and bring it up in front of the table. We say Jamaica. Jamaica come like some little, I don't even know if we call Jamaica again. Not even Jamaica, the government. When I talk about Jamaica, the government. From whence come these people who is now running Jamaican government? That them not interested to show them face on the world scene when it comes on to atrocities that is being done at colored people and African people. They are not interested. One of the main things that are there, which is it's on everybody's lips. When we go to England and America, it's on everybody's lips. They must say, then Jamaica, how Jamaica deal with Muta? I say, what Jamaica deal with the government and the Jamaican people. And the government, them never ever go at the voting or abstain or something. Them just not go. And then come and tell Jamaican people, say, they must part of the planning, they must part of the things that was sent out for people to vote for and all this thing. What the hell you talking about? You set up paper, you construct this and you construct that, and then when it's ready for vote, you go on a toilet. A joke business. And now we say all these things happening in the Congo. Not a peep. You'll never hear the government of Jamaica talk about what is going on in the Congo. Never. We're going to take a break and come forward. We'll talk about the lack of reporting on certain news because it involves a certain kind or group of people. And we see the blatant disregard for news when it comes on to certain places in the world, especially in Africa. And it's disgusting because this is a big thing going on in the Congo. As we talk about the genocide of people and caused by, I mean, when you hear a coup in Africa, they make sure to them broadcast it. Yeah, BBC, CNN, all of them, entire years a coup in Africa are a famine that kill much people. They make you know right away. But when we hear about these genocide that is taking place in Africa, it's like business as usual. Nobody not hear about it. And by the way, you hear how much people. This is like millions of people dead, you know. This is not like 500,000 people or 15,000 people. This is millions of people, including children, that is dying in the Congo every day because I'm sucking the blood, the mineral resources of Africa. And you have some idiot government where I help them. That is why these schools where you see take place in Nigeria and all of these countries that are there. It's very important to the reclaiming of the mineral resources. Yes, the people have reclaim their mineral resources. So we just tell us this time we want to talk to somebody who is involved with these reportings. I hope we can talk to them something to for. Okay, we're going to go to. No, we're not going to that yet. We are going to the time signal and the advertisement. Here we go. Talking about certain people when they are being killed, when genocide is placed upon them, and we know that we have been telling you about what was going on in Israel and how the Israeli them was killing the Palestinians. Every day there was a funeral, and the BBC and the CNN never report on these things. But one thing now, where them find these people, you know them say push a dog around for so long, one day that dog will turn and bite you. Well, the people them turn around and bite them, and the whole world is at it. But we still talk about the Congo, and we say there's no news from the major news media about what is happening in Congo. We have a person on the line named Maurice Garney. Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you fine.
Okay. All right. I met your brethren. I met him at the thing in Atlanta this weekend. And we was talking about the Congo. And I think it would be good. I told him that it would be good to have him on the line for this program, for really give us an insight on the genocide that is taking place in Congo. Well, obviously him never make it, and you are the one now that is representing him. So tell me, are you representing an organization?
Yes, Friends of the Congo. Similar to Friends of Abyssinia, that was established by Amy Ashford Garvey, C.L.R. James, Jomo Kenyatta, when they came to the side of Abyssinia when they was under attack by the Italians. And we follow the same tradition and Pan-African tradition and spirit, the Friends of the Congo.
All right, so what is it that
of the Congolese people?
What is it that the organization is trying to achieve? Friends of the Congo, what are you trying to achieve?
Two things. One, as you mentioned, there's a tremendous amount of silence around the Congo. So we aim to raise global consciousness about what's unfolding in the Congo. That's the first overarching aim. And the second is to provide support to local institutions, those on the front lines who are fighting for a free and liberated Congo. So what we're ultimately trying to achieve is Patrice Lumumba's vision. Congo's independence hero and first democratically elected prime minister that was overthrown and assassinated by the CIA. His vision was for a free and liberated Congo and a free and liberated Africa. So it's in that spirit that we're organizing with our brothers and sisters in the heart of the African continent to fulfill on Lumumba's vision for a free and liberated Congo, free and liberated Africa.
All right, so what is it that is happening in the Congo that we should know about? Because we know about this genocide at the second place, but as we say, we don't get no whole heap of news about it. Tell us what is really happening in the Congo that we should know about.
Well, Yes. There's been a 25-year, quarter-century war of aggression and plunder that has taken place in the Congo. And it's led by Congo's neighbors, Rwanda, Paul Kagame, the president there, and Uganda, the president, Yoweri Museveni. But they're backed up by the United States, United Kingdom, and multinational corporations. And that's part of the reason why the war has been going on. From 1996 to about 2007 or so, really right up to the present, estimated 6 million Congolese have perished as a result of the conflict. Now, the United Nations says this is the deadliest conflict in the world since World War II. And it's also the greatest humanitarian crisis that we've encountered at the dawn of the 21st century. And this war has caused half of those 6 million who have perished, half of them have been children under the age of 5. And the war has also been fought literally on the backs of women, because hundreds of thousands of women have been raped, as a strategy of war.
Yes.
Now, people may... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
No, people may ask, well, why is this happening? Why is this taking place? Well, this is not the first time that we've seen such devastating loss of life in the Congo, in the heart of the African continent. When Congo was given to King Leopold II of Belgium at the Berlin Conference, yes, he ruled it for 23 years. And during that 23-year period, he decimated the population by half. An estimated 10 million Congolese perished when the king took out rubber and ivory to feed.
That's Leopold.
Yeah, King Leopold II, right.
Yes.
To feed and fuel Western industries. By the same token, today, Congo is rich in a mineral called coltan, which we all need for our cell phones. It's rich in a mineral called cobalt, which is vital for the electric vehicles, which is coming online by major auto companies throughout the world. As our Kenyan sister, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, Wangari Maathai said, when we see these conflicts, almost always at the root of those conflicts is a struggle, a battle for resources. And Congo is tremendously wealthy in resources. It's arguably, brother, the richest country on the planet in terms of natural resources.
Yes.
Economists say there's about $24 trillion worth of natural resources in the Congo. To give you a sense of what that is, that's equivalent to about the gross domestic product of the United States.
Yes.
So, and not only is it rich in minerals, but it's rich in terms of fresh water, largest freshwater reserves on the African continent. It's rich in terms of agriculture. It has the agricultural capacity to feed up to 2 billion people, which is almost twice the population of the African continent as a whole. So there's just a tremendous amount of wealth that's in the Congo and strategically located in the heart of the African continent.
All right, I ask you, what is the president of Rwanda part? What is his part in this madness that is taking place in the Congo? What is his part?
Well, he's a central protagonist, right? He has invaded the Congo twice. First in 1996, right, and installed a leader there in 96. He fell out with the leader, and he tried to take the leader out of power again in 1998 by invading Congo a second time. The second time he invaded Congo, the leader of the Congo reached out to other countries in southern Africa, like Namibia, Zimbabwe, Angola, and they all came to the president of Congo's side and beat back Rwanda and Uganda. And Rwanda and Uganda were backed by the United States and the UK. So you had these African countries coming together to beat back basically proxies of the U.S., proxies of the United Kingdom. And they called that the First African World War. There were about 11 countries involved at the time. And that's what really triggered the biggest loss of life from 1998 to about 2007 or so. 5.4 million Congolese perished as a result of the conflict and conflict-related causes.
So how the government of the Congo is dealing with it? Is their government really? How are they dealing with it, you know?
Well, you know, the government of the Congo and its military is relatively weak right now. They're not organized. They've been infiltrated. They've sought support internationally to beat back Rwanda. They've sought support from the East African community, which Rwanda and Uganda are part of. East African community is made up of like Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Uganda, Rwanda. So they sent in troops to basically stabilize the area, but the troops haven't been able to do that because the militia group in the Congo, they call them the M23, that's being backed by Rwanda. They're well armed, well equipped, and they occupy territory that neither the Congolese government nor the East African community soldiers can get from them. So now what the Congolese government is doing is they're reaching out to the Southern African Development Community again to bring their forces in to try and be able to stabilize the area. You see, the thing about it, brother, there's you can almost argue there's been an international collusion to keep the Congo destabilized.
Yeah,
right?
I know that.
Because, right, so once Congo is stabilized, as Kwame Nkrumah and Sekou Touré and all the others are organized around the Congo, once Congo is stabilized and is self-sufficient, self-determined, Pan-Africanist in nature, internationalist in nature, that can have a tremendous impact on the advancement of Africa as a whole. So this is really the crux of the battle. From King Leopold to today, Congolese have been striving to control and determine the affairs of the Congo, to control the tremendous wealth that's there. Imagine if Africans, right, Congolese, had full control over those trillions of dollars of wealth, had full control over that agricultural capacity, then that can transform the entire African continent. In fact, brother, when the CIA, the chief of station, overthrew Lumumba, Congo's first democratically elected prime minister, he said that, and Lumumba was a nationalist, he was a Pan-Africanist. He wanted the wealth of Congo to benefit the Congolese people, first and foremost, and Africa in general. When the CIA chief of station, his name is Larry Devlin, he wrote a book called Chief of Station Congo. When he overthrew Lumumba, he said, we have to overthrow Lumumba. Because if we didn't overthrow Lumumba, not only would we have lost the Congo, we would have lost all of Africa. So both the enemies and the friends of Congo have the same understanding that Congo is central to the future of the African continent. That's why this Free Congo movement that we see bubbling up is so key.
What happened to the AU in all of this?
The AU has been weak. It's been ineffective. It stood up in 2013 in one instance where it put an idea on the table that the United Nations picked up and it was effective. But the African Union hasn't been constructive at all in terms of addressing the conflict in the Congo. As I said, it's been weak and ineffective. In fact, that's why part of the reason why we're mobilizing people globally, because we believe that it's a people's movement. It's a people's movement in collaboration, in solidarity with the sons and the daughters of the Congo, those that are in the rainforest, in the mining areas, in the teeming city of Kinshasa of millions, at the foothills of the volcanoes in the east of the Congo, at the epicenter of the conflict. It's the people who are going to make the difference. So that's why we're mobilizing this Free Congo movement in order to rally people around the world to the side of the Congolese so they can once and finally control and determine the affairs of the Congo.
There's a thing that we are the Prime Minister of Rwanda and Jamaica, and people like me, and there's a minority of us who was talking against the visit, knowing that what he's doing in Africa, we were looked down on and scorned because them say, how could we talk against this man who's making Rwanda like a Singapore in Africa, and just as that, we hear that he's now in court with the Prime Minister of England to send Africans into that country as refugee camp, like a refugee camp. And we have been talking about him for a very long time. Because even we know, within the fight that was there, that even make a movie out of it, Hotel Rwanda.
Hotel Rwanda.
Yes, and we've been talking about it, and people look probably like, well, we have to them something they far, because they never hear it in the mainstream news. Them fees was half our head, but now here you bring it up, and there's more news coming out about what is going on in the Congo. That is very important that we understand what is going on, And this government in Jamaica need to understand what is going on. Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember when he was in Jamaica, and I have to give mad props to our professor, your homeboy, Horace Campbell, who got on Jamaican radio and laid it out as to why Paul Kagame is not what the British
people take him to be.
Are putting him. They're putting a lot of propaganda out there because he's their guy. He does things for them in Africa. So they're going to protect him, right? And in fact, that's part of the reason why the conflict has continued, because we haven't been, folks at the international bodies haven't been able to get to Kagame to hold him to account for the crimes that he's committed in the Congo. And and what they do is, if you notice one thing about Paul Kagame, people put him out there as a Pan-Africanist and everything. Part of the reason why he wasn't in Jamaica on a Pan-African mission, he was in Jamaica on a Commonwealth mission. He made a concerted effort to get up in the Commonwealth and be the Commonwealth, promoter of the Commonwealth. But not only that, brother, in addition to that, he's also up in the Francophonie, which is the French counterpart of the Commonwealth, right? His former foreign minister, his name is Louise Mushikiwabo. She's the Secretary General of the Francophonie. Now, can you imagine Nkrumah, Lumumba, Sekou Touré, any of them, Thomas Sankara, making an effort to, as a Pan-Africanist, to be up in the Commonwealth, up in the Francophonie?
Yes, so and the Commonwealth too, because Jamaica was vying for the Commonwealth part of it too. Yes,
Yeah, so that's a neo-colonial relic, right? So if you see leaders trying to get up in there, then they're not about Pan-Africanism.
Definitely.
You know they're not about the liberation of Africa. You can't liberate Africa from through the Commonwealth. You can't liberate Africa through the Francophone. If you look at West Africa, right? Look at Mali. Look at Burkina Faso. Look at Niger. What are they doing? They're kicking the French out.
They are moving them.
Right, because they said we want sovereignty.
And Haiti too. And Haiti. Don't forget Haiti. Don't forget Haiti.
And no doubt. No doubt. In fact, if you look at Congo, the corollary to Congo in the Western Hemisphere is Haiti, where the U.S. has been in Haiti, destabilizing Haiti, preventing Haiti from being independent and sovereign. And so Haiti and Congo really go hand in hand. In fact, they have close relations. If you the film Lumumba, right? It was a film that was produced by Raoul Peck, a Haitian brother, and he talked about in the 1950s where his family was in the Congo working. So Congo and Haiti has had some historical ties, and Raoul Peck brought those ties out in a remarkable film, Lumumba, and I highly recommend that people see that film because it lays out why Congo is in the situation it is in today.
We have to leave now. We have to leave. Sorry, say it's so short, but...
Okay, before we leave, please, everybody go to freecongo.org. You want to join the movement? freecongo.org. We encourage you to go, sign up. There's a lot of actions you could be in solidarity to our Congolese brothers and sisters. freecongo.org.
Okay, give thanks, Bridget. Give thanks. Yes.
All right, much respect.
That is Maurice Carney. He's a member of the Free Congo organization, and we've been talking about what is going on in the Congo that is not reported on the major newspapers. This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. So we want to go into the next feature here. We have an interview here from course. It's supposed to be coming up momentarily. Meanwhile, make we find something to play that we can line it up. I don't know what is what I get it out. Trust me. There's so much things happening in the holiday period here that I have to make my own little thing I go on. Alright, we could do this. Burning Spear. Say the vintage artists, them a come forward, you know. You think a joke. The vintage artists, them a come forward, man. Take them rightful place again. Too much lele and lele are going in the music. Yes, we're glad to hear them a come forward. Junior Reid and Tapazuki. I say them a come for them one. But we want to say this because Netanyahu is the man who create the problem. And last night I reasoned a bridging from the Orthodox Church, and he is hell-bent and telling me about biblical prophecy say Benjamin Netanyahu is this and Benjamin Netanyahu is that. And me I say, it's not him one thing that we're there. You have the Christian, the pastor them, I tell the people them, say, Jesus has come back for him world, and those people there that you say slaughtering the Palestinian them is part of God's plan. Yes, a whole heap of the past them I said it's part of God's plan. That slaughtering we say go on there is part of God's plan. What a terrible thing that for really come to that conclusion. Yeah, them I say it. Them I say it. If you check all about Jamaica and them, show them hear about Israel and them hear about down there, so Egypt and them thing there, them actually believe say the world are going to end, and that is part of the ending of the world because that's how God are going to come for him people them and take them up 144,000 will be raptured. What a serious madness. Sponsors by courts. Same version of that interview last week. Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Why come like you sell enough TV last week, you come back this week again?
Oh boy, once the deals are on, I have to be here to allow the customers to know what is going on.
Alright, so it's a lucky that I said Spanish Town apartheid, right?
Same way, sir.
Alright, so tell me now, Black Friday come up, where you have to see there?
Well, I mean, we just came out of a major sale, and of course, what is a Black Friday without Lucky Dollar? So, of course, we have up to 50% off of items inside store for this weekend, Black Friday weekend.
That's it? Only that you have?
Man, up to 50% off, and we're not limited to anything. We're talking about...
But last week it was more. It was more last week.
Of course, but we're still giving you something. Still giving you something. We're not leaving you hanging. We're still giving you something.
All right, so tell me the nearest Lucky Dollar store where the people them can find them.
Well, of course, you have Spanish Town. There's one in Central Plaza in Harper Tree. There's King Street. There's Portmore. There's Olaba. There's Maple. We have Mandeville. We have Farlings. We have Santa Cruz, Sav, Mobay, Ochi, and Morant Bay.
All right, so apart from the TV them, where's you having stock there? Where you offer the people them?
We sell bedroom sets, we sell refrigerators, we sell stove, microwave, blenders, you name it, we have it for your yard.
What kind of stove you have? What kind of fridge you have down there?
Well, we have different brands. We have our signature brand, which is Mastertech. We have Mabi, we have Samsung, we have Frigidaire, we have Whirlpool, you name it as a motor. We have it for you.
And the time you open, tell me the opening time then.
Well, for tomorrow, of course, we'll be opening at 8 a.m. to the public, and we go up until 8 p.m. in the afternoon.
So you have the early thing again, like last week?
Well, it's still early because our normal opening hours are from...
No, last week you say you have a thing between 8 and 10. You didn't say that.
That was the early bird.
Yeah, the early bird, the worm catch it.
Well, it's not a bird this time, it's a dove.
So when the worm come in like that now? They never have the worm rats. But if they never come in at 8 to 12, special offer, you know.
No, man, not at 8 to 12. They just get us 1 hour early today.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, 1 hour earlier than the normal.
All right, so how long this thing are going to last for? Tell me that the people can know.
We're going up right up until Saturday and, of course, Sunday. Right up until Sunday. Right up until Sunday.
You mean Sunday we are coming, so Christmas Sunday, which one?
Sunday we are coming, so tomorrow Sunday.
All right, so what we're going to have after that now? Because Christmas are coming, no deals?
After this year?
Yeah, you're going to go back to the normal selling.
To the normal promotion until we send them off in Christmas in fine style. But they have to stay tuned for that one. But you know, as my grandmother would have said to me, say, ask the first pan of water and see her eating washing her. So me, I encourage them to come down and capitalize on the deals tomorrow, throughout the weekend.
All right, sir. All right, we'll look out for that. Give thanks. Yes, that is Lucky Dollar in a Spanish town. His manager brother excited. Yes, him busy. Yes. All right, break time.